We're going to be lifting this apron up this morning. You can see it sunk down almost 3 inches in this section here. We're going to be drilling a bunch of holes along the front of this, so we're going to be raising this up. But most aprons are poured very thick due to the fact that garbage truck or something pull up and what's happened, yeah, it's sunk, it hasn't broke. And I want to see if we're going to lift both slabs up. I might cut it once we start getting lift, and if we're not getting the slabs to come up evenly there, then I'll cut that through so that we get different movement. Let's play ball. This is a solo run today because Eric, my right-hand man, decided to go to Mexico on vacation. Yeah, we're starting to get lift on that. Very little, but it's good. So I'm putting quite a bit of foam in here now. Just stabilize the soil and fill any voids if there are. I mean, ideally we want to get decent lift out of this, but the customer's also more concerned that it doesn't get worse. We might not get too much now, but then I'll bounce along and drill a couple more holes. But I mean, it's pretty typical that it takes its time before it really starts lifting. Now it's starting to lift. Is moved to another hole. I don't want to put too much pressure on one side. The last thing I want is to break the slab. I don't want the slab to lift up that way behind me. I want it to teeter this way, not get any lift there. Here we go, we're getting movement. Both dials are moving. I might have to use our metal straps on this. Put the metal straps across here and use anchor bolts to lift this up and keep that down. Because I don't want the material spreading over that way and lifting this thing up like this, because we don't want that to lift up there. But if we don't get it to lift correctly, then I can cut that. But you can see how the dial's moving. So that's the foam expanding and compressing the soil and then raising the slab up. I don't want it to lift at the back there. I want it to teeter this way. And that's why I drill the holes closer to this side, this edge. Yeah, it is. I can see some separation of the dirt there, which means it's not necessarily lifting it, but it's moving it. And that dial's still moving, which is great. Means that slab's coming, it's staying behind, which is going to level that out there. Fantastic. Hello, puppy. What's up? Pumps it under 1,500 psi, high pressure, it spreads out, it starts foaming, compacts the soil, and then starts raising the concrete up. As level as I can get it. I can never guarantee 100% lift because I don't know what the integrity of the concrete is. We lift block houses, but if the integrity of the concrete's not good, it can break the concrete. So the integrity of the concrete here is really good. I'm a bit concerned about binding on this, but I've got a saw that I can cut it free so that we do get movement. Getting material under it, I'm going to move over to this slab now so we can get this thing to lift up slowly, teetering up towards the top. The crack line all along the front here. So if you look at the soil there, you can see that. So that means this whole slab has definitely come up some. Obviously not as much as we want yet, but we're not done yet. So we're going to strap these bars across here like that, and then I put expansion bolts in and we turn them up and mechanically we lift it. Material's spreading all over, but I don't want to get lift here. If I could, I would have put big pry bars under here, but I can't get in from the other side. It's something that the other companies don't really do. You know, a lot of guys will come in and go, well, we lifted it, we got it up there, not much there. I want to do as much as I can to get it as perfect as I can. And if it takes a little bit longer, then so be it. That's better.
Did that one move?
It did. It moved about a quarter of a turn. Wonder if I should run my saw through there. Let's just cut this joint out here because we're getting some binding between there. So I ran a saw along there and it seems to have freed it up somewhat when we put the straps back on. It was moving better than before. So nice, and that stayed down there. No, that back's not lifting up. The bar's pushing down on the back and lifting the front up. All right, I think what I'm going to do is get out of here now. Move to that hole. That cutting definitely did help it a lot. It's going up and down, which means it teetered, then it went back down again. There we go. Yeah, so I cut this line here as well. Give it relief between the slab and the paving, but now you can see we're getting some good lift out of that. And I don't think I'm going to put too much in here. I'm just going to get maybe 1 or 2 turns out of it. 1 turn and then move over so we don't put too much pressure on the slab. But, I mean, you can see how nicely it's turning now. So what I think I'm going to do is move over to the next one. There it goes. But the material's still spreading out because we haven't done much foaming along here. Even though we've gone down this hole, we've just got a lot of lift there, which is forming its own void. But there you can see now it's really starting to move better. See that?
A little bit.
Takes a lot of time and effort to cut it, but
No,
we probably should have cut it from the beginning. But that's how it goes. Yeah, this is a brand new hole, and we're actually getting some good lift out of it, considering it's a new hole. So that's coming along. I think I'm going to stop here now. Another 1.5 at least. But I don't want to lift the back up, that's the problem. Now I feel much better about that. This slab is moving more than this one. You can see the difference there, but I'm not concerned because we can get some more foam under there. If I can get this slab lifted up independently from that, I'd be happy with that. But now the problem is we're lifting it up on the back there. Now it's lifted it so much it's formed its own void again. Keep going, baby, keep going. All right, that was good. Well, I'm trying to lift this corner up here. We got that one up quite nicely, but I need to get this one up, and we might go back to that one again, back to this one again until we get it where we want it. Concerned that the back moves, which obviously we don't mind a little bit, but we don't want it lifting nearly as much as we got on the front here. But this is lifting nice. That one's not lifting yet, which means it's not binding in between here. Starting to lift that slab with it as well, which is good. Little bit, and raise both these slabs up. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we're going to get it up all the way, but if we can get it up as much as we got that side, I'd honestly be happy with that. It just creates its own void, and then we pump foam in and it's filling its own void up until that's full, then it starts lifting again. Either the hole's blocked or the nozzle's blocked. Come on. There we go. Still getting lift. But I think this hole's getting full of material. That's why its machine's bouncing like that. But it was still getting good lift though, so I don't want to change too much while we're getting such good lift here. Yeah, we come back to this hole now. I want to see if I can get a little bit more lift. Yeah, it does look better. Because now we've got the difference between there and there. You know what I mean? Click this video. Yeah, we'll see you guys next time.